It is amazing. We're going to also witness our partnership with NSE Live because the NSE, the Nigerian Society of Engineers, is also with our demonstration 5 on the free state. But let's go straight to the palm rate is projected to start fruiting in 3 years. Yes, 3 years, 18 months, but on averagely we give you 18 to 36 months. So when it starts fruiting, in production will have been set before that. The simple question, the simple answer to it is that phase 8 is developing. We'll share some video with you this week. Plantation is already going. Planting, nurseries are already being raised.
Wow.
A lot of the components of the phase 8 are going simultaneously, and we're going to witness that when we're going to be launching the estate. But we're going to be sharing some with you to see how much we're using resources well in the phase 8. And you're free to come visit, and we'll talk the development together.
Wow, that's great. So let's move quickly. Let's move on to the next question. How many fruiting years are left, or how long has palm rich phase 5 existed for? What is the typical fruiting lifespan of oil palm plantation?
All question, and I think with Nigerians, both home and abroad, Africans, we are very brilliant people. And these questions is just going to make palm rich about it. We are already fruited and carefully the palm tree lifespan is over 70 years.
Wow.
And you can prove me right or wrong. Go to NIFO and ask them. NIFO was planted in the 1960s.
Wow.
I think even before independence, NIFO was planted. And as of today, you have trees in NIFO, in the compound of NIFO in Benin, that are over 50 years, 60 years, and they are still fruiting.
That's amazing.
Yes. And I remember in my village, precisely, we have trees that are well over 60, 70 years, and they are still fruiting. So the palm tree can span into a far future. But the truth is, the peak of their production is within. Production will decline, but that does not mean it will not keep fruiting.
Yeah.
And do you also know that the production is over? You are tired of producing palm oil. The trees itself is an economic tree for building houses. I mean, timber. You can get 45,000 liters of ethanol.
Wow.
From those trees. Wow. So, I mean, most of us know Gogoro from the farm. Wow. So you can tap a Gogoro from your palm tree, and supply to the market where you're trying to making palm oil. So at the expiration of the fruiting, you are still going to convert the trees to money, and also your land as appreciated.
Wow. That's amazing. I mean, if you're not drinking palm oil, if you're not taking palm oil, for those of us that take Ogogoro, there's something in it for you. Okay, so the next question, you've spoken about this, but because this question is here, let's just give it a very short answer. So the question says, do clients lose the right to their land after the palm trees stop fruiting?
Thank you very much. Very, very good question. So don't lose access to your land forever. And that's why we defined it as real estate. And that's why I started from explaining who asset rise is. What we are simply doing is creating an asset portfolio for you that appreciates. And number two, this palm plantation, the first component of it is the real estate component, the land. And the land belongs to you forever, except you decide to sell your land. That's why you are allocated, you have the document. You can decide to sell it in the future. You can decide to transfer it to your children. The land belongs to you. So if the palm tree stops fruiting, you don't lose access to your land ownership.
Wow, yeah.
The land belongs to you.
All right. So, I hope the person who asked that question has gotten a clear answer. So you do not lose access to your land. It's 100% ownership. Yes. So let's move on to the next question. It said, is it possible to buy less than an acre, say 1 or 2 plots, or must it be the acre only? I guess this question is directed to Palm Ridge phase 8.
So the quick answer is no. For phase 8, like I said, it's an evolution of phase 7.
Yeah.
The minimum we're looking for, or the minimum community we're building there, is 1 acre. It's a strategic community. You don't know Ewekoro. You can do a research on it. Ewekoro is one of the most promising community in Ogun State. Very, very industrialized community and very blessed land. I don't want to talk about the other components of it so you don't get scared. But you are buying a gold mine. Beyond the palm trees, beyond the land, you're buying a gold mine. So why the minimum 1 acre? I think it should be a serious approach.
Yeah.
So 1 acre gives you an average of 2 million per annum from your palm tree.
Wow.
And then your land also appreciates. So I think that asset ownership. And also because we don't want too much entrance into this community.
Yeah.
We limited the chase worker.
All right. The question says, can no one invest in this product? So now, since in diaspora, I mean, we have some of us already on board. We have some of us in the meeting here. So sir, can non-Nigerians now, okay, they're even speaking about people who are not Nigerians. Can they invest in this product?
And a non-Nigerian owned property in the UK.
Yes, of course. Yes, of course.
In Dubai.
Yes, of course.
That's a strict answer. Property ownership is a global thing. And one thing I also need to explain is that the Palm Ridge model is a global community.
Yeah.
So we're solving a global problem. We're talking about climate change. Everybody wants to be involved. Beyond the money and the rest is that you're belonging to a project that is revolutionizing human existence.
Yeah.
You're belonging to a project that is solving food security for humanity. You're belonging to a project that is empowering people, Africans. And so it is beyond just the project now. There is a global identity to the project that makes it a global investment.
Definitely.
And yes, we can profile it with the government, and you definitely can own. So non-Nigerians can own, same as you can own property anywhere in the world, as long as you can afford it.
Wow, that's great. That's great. So please bring in for our consultants and clients.
From Liberia, from Cameroon, and the rest already. So,
wow, that's amazing. So the next question says, when exactly do I get allocated to my land? After full payment or after documentation fees are paid as well?
Very strategic question. So simple. Allocation with asset rights is one of our best guarantees. Why? Because we noticed that in the Nigerian real estate space, allocation has been a lot of dispute. People buy properties and they don't get allocated on time. Not because some of these real estate companies are fraudulent, not at all. It's just because allocation is strategic. I mean, when you get allocated sometimes to people, especially in residential estate, you're allocated in the front, you're not ready to build. So people who are ready to build are then going to be allocated at the far, far back. And then you are going to walk through bush before you get to your house. Yeah. But for this, it is not building. It is palm plantation. So we can allocate you anywhere as long as you pay and you get allocated. But another great concern is that we need rain to plant the trees.
Yeah.
So it is also a major component that we have touched. And that's why some weeks ago in April, we decided, how can we solve this problem better? And so that we can allocate almost around the year. Maybe not 100%, but to some extent. And that's why we did the Palm Ridge buyback. For some of us who don't want to own, we just want to support the projects. And then we can then do massive plantation and people can buy into existing plantation.
Yeah.
You can decide to buy in June or buy in April, and then somebody have sponsored that on your behalf so that allocation is done.
Yeah.
But aside this, those of us who are the dry people in the dry will have to wait for the rainy season for allocation. because we can't plant the trees outside the rain. And we don't want to allow you land without palm trees. That's the essence of the project.
Yeah.
So, but our guarantee to you is that if you are not allocated, you are done with your payment, you are not allocated
wow
of your money.
Wow.
Because the assurance is that you are allocated.
Yeah.
And so we have this guarantee for you. Take it to the bank.
I mean,
if you are not allocated with 6 to 12 months, you have the request for 5% of your refund plus interest. So we guarantee you that your allocation is done within 6 to 12 months max.
Wow.
But currently, we have been able to do a lot. I mean, we're currently allocating almost every week in May for the backlogs. And definitely, there is none of our customer that can prove in punch that he has paid up and within 6 to 12 months and he has not been allocated. You're on mute, and if you have paid within 12 months, you're not.
I mean, that's guaranteed that you can take to the bank. I mean, how many other can I transfer my parent plot to another person or resell it? What is the resale process and how long does it take?
Also, is a revolution. We have several opportunities. We are partnering with Fortress, one of our vested organizations, licensed by the Security and Exchange Commission. And one of the instruments we are developing currently, which is going to be launched later, is how you can trade it. You know, one of the concerns liquid, you can easily convert. Creating now is that you should be able to convert to cash quickly. But this aspect of innovation needs authorization with SEC. So we are currently on. The other part on a straight question is that yes, you can palm rich to anybody that you wish. You can also transfer to your children. You can do anything with it because it's your asset.
Definitely.
However, just get us aware so we can do all the documentation for you to ensure smooth transfer. Cut down these trees. Because of your investment on the trees, Asset Rise and other partners have invested or are investing in oil processing mill. So, and the only material to mill is the palm front. So anyone you are selling to is also binded by their contract, by the contract that you have with us, that these trees will be here mass within 20 to 30 years. Now, let me also explain the 20 to 30 years gap. That's why we have the Palmish tribe. And then the Palmish tribe is a different full-blown transparency and accountability community to manage the Palmish Asset Rise, which is owned by the landlords. So please, if you are not yet on the Palmish tribe, please get on that tribe. That is where you have absolute right to determine what happens to the Palmish estate by the landlords. So if the landlords or the community says, oh, because development has come so much here, everywhere our property has now appreciated to 100 million, so we want to convert to residential, we can't say no because we don't own it. The landlords own it. But that decision will be made together at the Palmish tribe and voted by majority.
Wow. All right. So we're going to take just 4 questions. We'll run through that very quickly with quick answers as well. So these questions are questions that you have spoken about, but let's just run through it because they're being asked. And after these 5 questions, we'll go on a very short break. Very, very short break. So you also who are watching can see what we're all about talks. It's not church or church. We have evidence to allow you to see what we've done and how this project developments and more. Let's just do this very few questions. The next question is there any charge deducted from it over the 30 years lease period? So this question is asking, our system says from the profits, it shares 60-40. From that, their 60%, is there any charge deducted from it?
Awesome question. So let's also understand that when it comes to charges, it's something you're able to probe if we're doing anything wrong, because it is your money.
Recording in progress.
Now understand that for every profit that you make from any investment, withholding tax is a law in Nigeria.
Yeah.
And as an organization, one of the benchmark for sustainability is governance. And governance is with the organization and also with the government.
Yeah.
So we cannot but remit withholding tax on whatever we are declaring.
Definitely.
And that is not just asset rights. Okumu Oil, Presco, you see, so percent profit after tax.
Yeah.
So it is mandatory remitting.
Yeah. Yes. All right. So the next question is, how does the market price of palm oil affect my return on investment? Is it fixed or does it fluctuate dynamics?
Awesome question. It is a simple answer. The palm rich estate is not a debt model. And I repeat, asset rise is not owing you. Knowing fully that what model that we have created is something that everybody must understand. You know, I'm not saying it right. It's something that, so I think you need to change this.
Okay. Let me just, okay. Sorry about that. Okay.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello, can you hear
you?
It's not cutting. It's not cutting. You can go ahead. So the question says, how does the market price of palm oil affect my return on investment? Is it fixed or does it fluctuate with market dynamics?
Like I said earlier, oil is not a debt model. Asset rise is not indebted to the landlords.
Yeah.
It is an equity model. You own this palm plantation. We are outsourced to plant and manage this palm plantation, and then you earn your profits. Now, it benefits you that it's that way, and I will explain. Last year, there was a great surge in the price of palm oil. It started from 15,000 in January per 25-liter keg, and about 1 million per ton. And in November, December, a 25-liter keg was sold for 70,000, 80,000, 90,000 across Nigeria in different zones. And globally, the palm oil price was up also. Now, if you have a fixed promise, you can't come back to say, the market is selling for 70,000.
Yeah.
Why are you paying me 20%? And besides, by regulation, SEC regulation, we don't want to run this as a debt, because if you need to run it as a debt, we need to go and meet SEC. And this is real estate, not debt. So the price or the profits or the palm oil price is according to the market price. But one thing we keep going up. So look at this here. As a date, a keg is 48,000.
Help us move, Mike. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right.
As a date, a 25-liter keg is 48,000. By it's 70,000.
Wow.
So, and that benefits the landlords because it's your asset, it's your it runs.
All right. So the next question, I think this will be the last question for this. Assets rights put in place to protect investors during low yield periods?
Very great answer. So going back to the answer, the insurance measure we have is number one on the crops to make sure that the crops don't get damaged by fire. What can damage palm trees? Again, pests. But we can also tell you that this is the most agile plant in the world. If fire gets into the palm plantation, it may distort the palm trees, will grow back again and it will fruit.
Wow.
Pest, yes, but very, 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 very resistant to pest, unlike cocoa and the rest. Now, we have insurance for crop. Number two is insurance for the palm oil and all the produce storage.
Wow. Okay.
Against theft and all the others.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, for low yield, we don't have any insurance to guarantee low yield.
Yeah.
Because what can happen or what can create low yield? Number one, if the weather condition throughout the year and there is no rainfall, it will affect production. Because the palm trees need enough water. And that's why it is important where we plant them. It doesn't grow almost everywhere. It grows in mangrove areas very well. So for yield, it is important where we plant them.
Wow.
Now, there is no insurance to guarantee that if this year the yield in 1 acre, 1 hectare goes below, then who bears the cost? Who bears the cost?
Yeah.
I mean, there's no insurance company that will be willing to take that in Nigeria right now.
Yeah.
So, but from the years experience and from the 200 plus years that palm plantation has been in Nigeria, if it is rightly planted in the region that it supports, you can be always guaranteed that the production of the year.
Yeah.
I mean, there will be production in the peak period, and that will benefit you. There may be low yield, but not in a very bad condition.
Yeah.
So that's what we have for you.
All right. Thank you very much. So we're going to go on a very short break now. Then we'll come back and take the remaining session, so we can round up on time. And in this, we'll just be going through some videos, to see what we've done so far and see, what better we are even planning for the future. All right. So we're going to be taking videos now. In a very short while, we're going to be making videos. All right, we're going to be taking videos now so we can see what we have been up to.
Hello, good evening, ma'am. Happy weekend, though. Hello, there's no hot. Because you press
Oil palm plantation, of oil palm plantation and fruit being harvested round the year. Now, these fruits are extracted to produce palm oil, palm kernel oil, and other byproducts that come from the tree. And the palm oil, the palm kernel oil, and every other byproducts are highly demanded both for domestic and industrial consumption in international and local markets. But one of the great things about this business is that it is sustainable. So, do you want to plan for your retirement? Do you want to create a better cash flow as a business? Do you want a better revenue for your cooperative society, for your institution? And what more do you want to create as sustainable income? One of the best ways is to have oil palm plantation project. It's going to partner with you to see how you can own land and not just waiting for the future appreciation, but earning passive income, earning sustainable income from the production we are doing here. We have this estate all over 4 states in Nigeria currently, and you can key into any of these estates right now. Is it Adogo or the Ifo, Ibesemo, right here in Ibadan? You can key into any of these estates and plan sustainable income by owning palm rich estates. This is one of the best instruments to create a comfortable retirement. Because when you retire, but you know, these trees, once you have planted them now, they can fruit for over 30 years. They can fruit for over 40 years. It means at your retirement, you are just going to be getting passive income from the farm. I mean, this is not other area of agri that will stress you so much. You can do this passively, meaning you can even sit in your office. These trees are growing, these trees are fruiting, and you are earning income right from the production of what is happening on the tree. And guess what? The land also belongs to you. And this land is an item in the future. Why are we so keen on speaking to retirees or people who are going to be planning to retirement? Because when you retire, income will sustain you. Why are we so keen on telling career professionals to own this project? Because as a youth who is driven towards a career right now, one of the things that you can do best to create wealth for yourself is owning a passive income source. Investing in the oil palm plantation will give you that avenue. So, what are you waiting for? Don't take our words for it. You can come for inspection in any of our palm estate projects and key into the oil palm plantation.
Hello, Chidera, are you there? All right, so while we are waiting for the GMD to get back on track, I'd like us to note that questions that have been attended to are those of us who submitted while registering for this Q&A session. However, for those who are yet to get their questions answered, we are currently seeing your live chat in the chat box, and all questions will be attended to. Thank you. Chinara can go ahead.
All right, welcome back. I mean, we all saw the video of Palm Ridge Phase 5, Ibadan, and we saw some clips also from Palm Ridge Phase 7, Ado Daughter. Though we're not able to go very deep into those videos online, you can check our YouTube page, and you see lots more of our videos on there. Progress for Palm Ridge Phase 1, Phase 2. So if you bought into those projects, though the updates have been shared on the Palm Ridge Tribe, if you just want to see, you want to share to your friends, your family, your prospects, you can go to our YouTube page, which is Asset Rise Limited. Asset Rise Limited on YouTube. Go there, see videos, share with friends, families, and so on. You can also check our social media pages, assetrise.ng. assetrise.ng on Instagram, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, and more. So let's get back into the question. In case you're just joining, we have with us Mr. Oluwadurotimi Ojam, the Group Managing Director of Rise Limited. All right. And this section, people just want to know the value chain, the export potential, and the product utilization. So this question goes like this: what is Asset Rise strategy across the full value chain development, production, sales, and export of palm products?
Awesome. So we know that a lot of persons who have become landlords in this Palm Ridge project are also very much knowledgeable about this. So for Ibadan, for a pair that is already footing, we are already fostering a partnership with the BOI, the Bank of Industry. We've been to, and a lot more is being done with the Bank of Industry to see how much of government support we can have in terms of creating a full production, best production, packaging to export. And so we know that the market is better and can yield better with the critical thing also. A quality 5 liter of palm oil costs an average of 25,000. Unlike the one you buy in the markets from your Igbo market, you buy for 10,000 or 9,000. If quality refined palm oil like Banga, so we are also eager to get into that space of refining our palm oil to that quality, so that landlords can earn better. Because and that quality also is what is exportable. We are also careful and willing and starting the process of getting our ROSPO certification, which is a global certification, because the global is against deforestation. So we must be able to prove that the areas where we are planting these trees will not affect human existence. Because it's different. So the certification is also very important for us to enter into the Europe market, to the US, and all the developed world markets who are very, very conscious about the source of the palm oil. And in terms of local supply, the demand in Nigeria alone is too big. Nigeria requires almost 1 million hectares to be able to meet up supply. And today, Nigeria imports over $500 million worth of oil palm per annum. So the local supply alone is massive. Nigeria is greatly populated. And we can tell you that almost 60 or more population of Nigeria consume palm oil in food.
Definitely.
Also, the industrial use, almost the cosmetics, pharmaceuticals, a lot of industries in Nigeria consume palm oil for production.
Yeah.
So the market is huge.
Yeah.
And that's why we are saying that if we increase production capacity, the backward integration of doing what we are doing right now, they will be able to stand the market as a big player to supply both local and international markets.
Wow. So that's exploring the export potentials and the value chain for development. So this you've spoken to this with saying palm oil. We've spoken about ethanol at the end life of the palm tree. We've spoken about the use for pharmaceutical industry, let me that way. So can you just give us a list of I know personally that we have about 25 other byproducts that can come out from this palm tree. Can you just list a few for persons who are not aware of this? Because that's the question here, because it says besides palm oil, what are the other byproducts from the palm trees and how do clients benefit from them?
Awesome question. Now, there is always a notion that, the only money that clients or the landlords benefit from is just oil money.
Yeah.
No. You own the entire value chain, the entire production that comes from the palm trees on your land. It's what you're getting revenue from. And it starts from palm oil, which is the highest product, to palm kernel oil. Now, from an hectare of palm plantation, you could get 5 to 7 to 9 tons of palm oil. But for palm kernel oil, it's 0.3. So it is lower with palm oil. Kernel oil. So number 3, for animal feed, for diverse other production, the palm kernel shell for biofuel and other industrial consumption, and much more. We will send you more of this list.
Yeah.
But for five lists right now. But the high value products, palm oil, palm kernel cake, and other elements of the biofuel, the sludge and everything, nothing that come out from it that has been used.
We do have a document that entails all of these byproducts, so you can reach out to the office and request for this document so you can see the value chain of the palm trees. Okay, so the next question, wow, I think I love this question very much. It says, how has the global disruption in Malaysian palm oil supply created opportunities for Nigerian producers?
That's the opportunity we're exploring now.
Yes.
The truth is, Nigeria is still the giant with palm oil.
Yeah.
We have the land.
Yeah.
Nigeria has large hectares of mangrove forest spreading across the southern region.
Yeah.
The south, the southeast, large acreage that can be used to produce palm trees. Now, the global disruption, it's a very big market. I saw on the news today, Indonesia is increasing prices or something, and that's going to affect palm oil price globally.
Yeah.
So definitely that all this disruption is an opportunity that we should take advantage of with backward integration in Nigeria. We must cultivate more hectares so that we can position ourselves again as the first and the biggest player in the industry. Indonesia and Malaysia, they came to our country
to learn,
and then they took the position from us.
Wow.
But we are coming. Asset price is coming to take that position.
We are coming. All right. So let's move to another section. We're running through very quickly. We'll be over very, very shortly. So next section is about mortgage and payment plans. Okay. So this says it's the 36-month mortgage plan still active? If yes, are the terms unchanged and can clients continue with their payments?
Yes, it is active for old clients.
All right.
For the new clients, you have to speak to our mortgage partner. the older generation should pay lump sum to buy palm plantation and invest in assets.
Yeah.
The younger generation, the 18 years and above, they need to create a better future.
Yeah.
Now, the truth is this: why should we focus on the younger generation? There will be a lot of job scarcity into the future.
Definitely.
As population grows.
Definitely.
And the especially independent may decline.
Yeah.
And one of the ways we can solve it right now is agro-real estate.
Definitely.
I told you in my village, from secondary school, you are told to go and plant palm tree.
Yeah.
By the time you are done from secondary school, you are ready to get married.
Wow.
Because you already have source of income to feed your family, to take care of your family. You don't need a bank job.
Definitely.
You don't need any job to take care of your family. The palm trees can take care of your family 100%. And that's the culture for years in my village. And so what we have created then is to see how the youths, you are in NYC, you are, how can you best position yourself for the future?
Yeah.
And do you need a better sustainability?
Definitely.
So the mortgage plan that we have created now is focusing more on the youths so that they can be able to come up on this project. And we believe that the adult generation will support us to make sure that the youth get this advantage.
Definitely.
Why are we reducing the advantage of the adult? We have limited acres. And so one of the culture in asset rise is that we don't oversubscribe. It's never. Any of our estates, you can prove us right, we don't oversubscribe. So we have a number that's cut out for this and is only focused on the youth. Thank you.
All right. So you've heard that about the mortgage plan, only open to all subscribers who keyed in. And, for the new system, the new mortgage system, it is for the younger generation. All right. So the next question says, and this is on payment plan, are there any hidden charges or changes in the terms that new or existing subscribers should be aware of? So this question is asking, are there any hidden charges aside what is being said? So there's the land cost, there's the statutory charge. Are there other hidden charges that they should be aware of?
Thank you so much. Hidden charges is like a slang in Nigerian real estate. But what we do basically is that you have a subscription form that details everything that you need to know before you even pay. Please, and every time you are to subscribe to any of our projects, insist that you get the FAQ and the T&C.
Yeah.
And because we will not even process your contract if you have not signed it. Why do I need to explain this? There are no hidden charges. On the flyers, if it is exclusive stuff, for the flyers or the T&C, all the charges are listed. Survey, and allocation, date of assignment, they are all explained. Aside these fees, you don't pay us any fee. You are only owning your palm plantation.
All right. Sorry, sir. So the next question, the different section, visitations and expectations. Okay. What are the scheduled dates for physical site visitation across Palm Ridge Estate? What are the estates?
So we have 3 visitations in a week: Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. You can book any of these days. And from our operational office in Mole, you'll be taken to and fro. For the VI office, if we have a good number of persons, we can move you from there. From the corridor office, they also can move you from there if we have a sizable booking. From our Belkuta office, if we have a sizable booking, we can move you from there. So just make your booking. It is a send out data, and then we
see diligence before you even key into the project. But make sure when you do, I'm very even certain that by the time you do, you'll be making your choice right there on site. So there will be forms, for you to sign, an account number right there. You can make your payments right there on the site for when you speak to the site, the instructor. So the next question, for estates like Ado Daughter, when should the buyer expect returns on investment? I think we've answered this question when you spoke about phase 8. So it's likewise the same thing. So I move to the next section. The next section is documentation and legality. Okay, documentation and legality. So the next question says, where would the certificate of occupancy for Palm Ridge Phase 8 be ready? And when is the allocation date? When is the next allocation date?
Thank you. Brilliant question. So one, let me explain our process of purchase. We buy from the community, in quote, Omonile. And then we go back to the government to document the land. And it starts from registering the survey and then processing the CFO.
Yeah.
We cannot say the CFO will be out this day because the government take their time to process this document. But one thing we know is that the registered copy is a global copy. The CFO also is a global copy. When we mean global, it means the entire state is covered with just one document.
Yeah.
Now, for individual reasons, we have clients who've called us, oh, I want to process my own personal. You can go ahead, just request from us. We can either tell the surveyor to liaise with you, or you can liaise directly with your own surveyor and get it done. So if you want to process your personal documents, you can. But for our global copies, once you register, they will submit for the CFO processing, and then we expect it out in full time.
All right. So you even just answered the next question, which was, can I acquire my own personal CFO? So that's been answered as well. So the next question says, what does freehold mean?
Thank you. That's a brilliant question. Now, you can check your Google. It's simple. When the land is freehold, it means the government does not have an acquisition on it. It means that the occupiers have the right to sell it. So, for example, in Wikoro, we're advertising registered survey, and some of us say, oh, registered survey is not a title, blah, blah, blah. We understand how this works. But one thing is, the registered survey is registered with the government.
Yeah.
For it to be registered, and the government gives a seal on it and say, oh, this land has been registered with social name, a process has started on it. Now, before we even get to the registered survey, is the land free from acquisition? Is the owner, that the person selling it, they have the right to sell it. So once these elements are ticked, then the first point of acquisition is that the land must be a freehold.
Yeah. All right. So the next question, is this project registered or regulated? I guess this is coming from, we've had CBEX, the online this thing. So I guess that's where this next question is coming from, because SEC has really put out that, check for all these investments. So is this project registered or regulated by the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC?
Beautiful question. Last week, we were together at the Nigerian Society of Engineers.
Yeah.
And I was presenting, and we also have that similar question. Now, SEC, Securities and Exchange Commission, they have their defined scope of regulation.
All right.
And the defined scope of regulation, we were speaking with our SEC consultants because of the fortress part that we're talking about, how investors can trade their land and the rest, which we need regulation. But currently, what we are doing does not require SEC, because what you are buying is real estate. We are selling land to you. And we are not saying, oh, this land, when you buy it, I'm going to pay you 50% return on investment or interest. That is what will require us to go to SEC. But SEC does not regulate you owning the land.
Yeah.
It's like you buying a plot of land in Agege or anywhere in Lagos, or buying a plot of land anywhere. So as a real estate company, we are certified to sell real estate. And that's why we are selling. So you are buying real estate, and then we are now creating an added value advantage to you by saying, oh, don't just keep this land value. Let's plant palm trees on the land for you. It's still for you. And then the third part is that when these plant trees start fruiting, you have two options. You either say, no, it's my land and my palm trees.
Yeah.
I want to harvest and process my palm oil by myself. Or you are now outsourcing to asset rights that, process and harvest for me. And when we do that for you, asset rights is now saying, we will share whatever comes from this land.
Yeah.
And what is the divine ratio of sharing? When your land generates income, you will give us 40% of the income, and you will take 60% from what comes out from the land. And now to make this in a better system to make sure that, asset rights is not having the yam and the knife at the same time, we have then said, let's create an instrument of legality around this. Yeah. So we have created a Palm Ridge Tribe Cooperative, which is registered with the Lagos State Ministry of Trade, Commerce, and Industry. And what this means is that everyone who now owns a piece of the Palm Ridge now joins the Palm Ridge Cooperative, which is a legal entity that now regulates, asset rights. How did you operate this year? How many palm oil were harvested from this farm? And they see the books, they determine the operations. They can say, no, we are not selling our palm oil yet at 30,000 naira. We want you to hit 100,000 naira. The Palm Ridge Tribe dictates the operation of Palm Ridge Estates.
Yeah.
But it does not determine the operation of your land. The land belongs to you 100%. The land is not a component of the cooperative. The palm trees on the land that we then harvest together is what makes you
a part of
the cooperative. Yeah. So that's how much we have gone to create legality in what we are doing and ensure that people don't get wrong information. And also, we are very, very, very much compliant to obey every SEC directive. If today's SEC says, what we are doing, we need to submit it to them, and it's within their jurisdiction of control, why not? Let me also let you know that we were in Abuja last year, November. We were in SEC office, and SEC Cooperative invited us for a presentation.
Yeah.
So, we love what you're doing, and we're also considering investing in your agro-real estate model. So can we do in the Abuja? And then we explained the model to them, and they didn't find any fault with our model. Thank you.
All right. So let's move to the next session because we're trying to round this up very quickly. I'll take this next section, then I'll be taking just 5 questions because I believe we've been able to ask to a very long extent. I'm going through some chats and I'm seeing that most of our questions are repeated questions that have already been answered. And if you have any question that has not been answered, please reach out to the office after this session, and you would have a one-on-one conversation with management in the office. So the next session is for partnership, marketing, and consultancy. All right. So the question says, how can someone partner with Asset Rights as a consultant?
How can you partner with us as a consultant?
Yeah.
It's simple. One, you need to believe in this mission. We are not selling the products. Like we said the last time, this is a movement to revolutionize Nigeria's agriculture with transparency, with integrity, and to make sure that Nigerians enjoy the benefits of investing in agriculture. You need to have a sound understanding of what we are doing. So you come for trainings. Most of our consultants, we don't just call them consultants because they are trained. We make sure that they understand. If you sell what you don't understand, we will deny you. Because we don't want people to misunderstand or to get wrong information and invest wrongly. They must get the right information.
Yeah.
And so to join us as a consultant is simple. You either come in being referred by someone, or you can come straight to the office. And I think that's the last question, right?
Just 3 questions from the live chat, yes.
So I want to appeal to every one of us again, to our honorable landlords. we don't take you in any way for granted.
Recording
It is not
stopped.
easy to believe in any project in Nigeria. To our diaspora community, we love you and we cherish what you're doing. Let me start by saying this. When I returned back, when I told my colleagues in the UK, I'm going back to Nigeria, they laughed me to scorn. This, are you bewitched? Is somebody drunk? Getting the testimony of what we are doing.
Yeah.
Not just with the Palm Bridge, with my personal investment in the oil palm plantation. There is no amount they earn right now. Some of them that can compare to what we are doing in the Palm Bridge. The question for you, do you also like to earn passive income from oil palm plantation? If you would like to earn, then you need to understand what we are doing and key into it very early. Which is very strategic for us. Now, to the question.
Yeah. How do I join the network and stay updated?
Yes. Join the question is where the interest is. You stay updated. The Palm Ridge Tribe is a strategic network for the landlords. Please make sure you are there. Only landlords will be sharing exclusive membership, and it comes with other perks. Palm Ridge community. Now, for the consultants, there is a consultant platform. We have several of them. We have well over 5,000 US, UK, Nigeria, South Africa, everywhere. I was jokingly telling for a meeting in Radisson Blue, one of the biggest hotels in Nigeria. And funny enough, the waiter who was to serve me just, I said, Rice, I know you. Then I said, how you doing, man? He said, I'm fine. And then he said, my client got allocated today.
Wow.
Yeah. And he said, you guys are doing a fantastic work. And then I laughed. And I said, do you know there is no hiding place in the world?
Yeah.
If you scam people and you think you're going to run to anywhere, people are there who will fish you out.
Definitely.
And then imagine if we have scammed his clients, he will have just called the police and said, this is the man. So please, to our consultants, we love you. Join the platform, get the right information, only trade the right value. Don't tell people any promises that we are not giving.
Yeah.
Don't exaggerate.
Yeah.
When people know the truth, they will make their decisions.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. So
recording in progress.
All right. So before we take these questions from chat, let me please make this because I can see some questions saying can they get the recording? So this is also being streamed live on YouTube, and the video also will be available. So you can also get this video sent to your clients, to your prospects, or rewatch at your leisure time in case you had to stand up and use the John and you missed out on some questions. So you can go back and listen to all of this. And so I'll just take some few questions if I'm lucky to take your questions. I'll be taking unique questions, so please don't come for me. All right, I didn't call your question. So then let me just take this question. It says, all right, this is a great question. Is it possible to intercrop the palm trees that can generate money for the owner while waiting for the 3 years when the palm trees will start fruiting? It's still quite.
Okay, beautiful question. So yesterday I was on a chat with the Honorable Commissioner for Agri, Lagos State, and I was giving her the reports of her recommendation to us last year when she visited Palm Ridge Estate in Ekpe. And then, so great work. It's simple. We intercropped the Eco Yams project, where we currently produce yams in Lagos State. And by and a little bit of credit to Asset Rice, we own the biggest farm currently in Lagos State.
Yeah.
And we have produced these yams in 4 seasons, season 1 to season 4.0. And this is As we speak, from next week, we're going to be harvesting tons of cassava.
Wow.
Also intercropped in the palm trees.
Wow.
So you can intercrop. So some customers are already doing cassava. So if you want to intercrop, you can do it. And if you want to outsource us to do it, we'll tell you the terms and conditions. But know fully that the intercropping is not part of the palm ridge contract. You pay for your intercropping. For those who are doing eco-yams, they know you pay for the planting. We get the agronomists, we get all the parties to do it for you. You can harvest your yam and carry it away. And if you want to sell the yam back to our cooperative is willing to buy the yam from you. So it's a simple model you can get.
So another question. There's another question. This has been answered already. All of these questions have been answered. So see why I said, we just have to take, okay, so we can take this question. This person says, what if I have hectares of land? Can you help me set up the oil palm?
Yes, it is very, very doable. I think we're 3 days in right now in Osun State, where we're currently cultivating 150 hectares for Her Excellency. The wife of the former governor of Osun State, and presently the wife of we are proud of her in our central. And that's I'm bold to mention it. She's largely in agriculture, simple agriculture, especially for the locals. The last time we visited her, she gave us a lovely package fufu flour. And she's not in Palm Ridge. She has the management. We have diverse of these persons, HNIs in different categories, EDs of banks, and different portfolios. We ran into the most respected lawyer in Nigeria today in Buffet, and wow, he's willing to also set up. So a lot of persons are, but the minimum we can take is 100 acres and above. Because if we set 20 hectares or 10 hectares, you must provide meal. And the same meal that we take care of 50 hectares is the same cavalry you sell for 10 hectares. So we advise that you do hectares. For churches, yes, we have a lot of churches that we are currently partnering with to set up for them. So if you have more of those people, let's have the discussion. We plan how to integrate this, and we give them the contract, and we move to site to get this done for you.
All right. So I think we've taken all the questions, and most are repeated questions. So like I said before, we are far into the program. If you have questions that you think have not been answered, please reach to the head office. Please reach out to the head office. I can see the head office number and email address is being displayed.
Okay, yes, the numbers are being displayed, but let me say this, please. Most of us landlords and partners, we came into Palm Ridge and to Asset Rise through our most respected community, and that's our consultants. Since they have taken their time to understand what we are doing, and they are doing a lot to make sure that every interest of clients are protected. So if you want to subscribe to any of these estates, kindly go through your consultants. You don't have one that you can call the head office. But if someone introduces you to this project and is a consultant, please go through that consultant and he will explain to you how this project works. Thank you. Who is that person?
All right. Thank you very much. So yes, you can go through your consultants if you have one. And if you don't, you can then reach out to the number being displayed in the chat box.
And even when you call the head office, we will ask you, do you have a consultant who introduced you? Mr. Shegun introduced you. We'll give you basic information. We'll tell you how it works. But you must, your subscription must come through the consultant. It is the point of transparency. We cannot break that bond. It makes us transparent to our people. And that is what you want. You want transparency, and it starts from how this integration also works with our consultants. Thank you.
All right. So just to add more to that, please also as clients, as prospects, as customers, please, when you're giving forms as well, please do very well to go through them over and over again. You see all the places where you need to sign. Please read them carefully before you sign, and please do well to sign to let us know so that you understand what you're signing into before you submit your forms and KYC, other KYC information. So before I go ahead, or before I end the meeting, let me just ask, Ms. Chioma, do you have any information?
So okay. To the final note.
All right, sir.
Thank you so much. It's been a lovely evening, and I want to quickly appreciate us again for coming up on this. Like I said, when I make the decision to come back from the UK to do this, my colleague laughed me to scorn. But today, I am proud of what Nigeria has made of me. You can be anywhere in the world and invest in this project. So would you want to take this advantage? Reach out to us, reach out to our consultants, and we tell you that this is something that you'll be proud of into the future. Your general will appreciate you. So briefly, let me run through some of the benefits of the Palm Rich Estate project while we run off on this. I listed some things so that we can understand briefly. Number one, I'm going to just take 10 of these benefits. Number one is asset ownership and value appreciation. We'll send this list to you. You own an asset and it appreciates into the future. Number two is passive income from multiple palm products. Number three, you can fund education and future security from this project. Number four, transgenerational wealth creation. Number five, early retirement potential. If you have a good source of income, why not? You can sack your boss. and efficiency. You are going to support locals, creating job and impacting the economy of Nigeria. Number eight, resilience to market demand. The demand is global, and then you know it is versatile. Number nine, government and industry support. There's a lot of campaign right now for the support of the palm production, and then the Nigerian government is doing a lot in terms of agriculture right now. Agriculture is the loudest voice right now. I am, by the power vested of me from our management, I'm going to be giving a very good offer to those who will take the advantage between now and Monday. And the advantage is simple. If you are doing a minimum of 1 hectare, we are giving you a very crazy offer between now and Monday. You will get a ram and you can still buy it at the old price. Listen, please. Only available between tonight and Monday, tomorrow, Monday. That offer closes by Monday, 6 p.m., not 12 p.m. So we love our customers and we want to be able to celebrate with you. So if you hop up on this offer right now, you're getting a ram if you subscribe to a minimum of 1 hectare, and you can also still get it at the old price,
Recording
only from
stopped.
this night till 6 p.m. tomorrow. I hope we love that. So thank you so much. And we know that the phase 8 promo is elapsed, but the opportunity is open tonight. The phase 8 zone A will be sold out almost very soon. And the phase and the reasons are clear. Development has started. So we have limited hectares available in the phase 8 zone A. If you're still waiting and yet to decide, you will be getting into the phase 8 zone B, and that will be released very soon. So you can still take early advantage of this. And if you compare this to stocks or other potential of investment, do the mathematics. This is one of the most profitable investments that you can make. I appreciate your time tonight, and we appreciate you, all of the management in Asset Rise. Let me also reiterate this. I'm only the group managing director of Asset Rise. I'm not the owner or the sole owner of Asset Rise. Asset Rise has a well-structured organization. We have the board of directors. Our chairman, we know him very well, Professor Rotimi Olatunji, and the board of trustees chairman for Palm Ridge, Engineer Oyenuga. We are all saying thank you. And the entire board and management of Asset Rise, we're saying thank you for participating at this meeting tonight, and also for taking advantage of joining
Recording
this
in
meeting.
progress.
Thank you, and bye for now. Over to you, Chidera.
All right. So, I mean, that is a promo you would not want to miss. That's an offer you would not want to miss from starting from now. So if you're not texting your consultants, if you're not texting the office, if you're not making that move now, I do not know what you're doing. Key into the project, get at the old price, and you'll be getting RAM for Ilea celebration with family and friends. So thank you very much for joining in, as the group managing director has said. And on behalf of the whole Asset Rise team, management, and operation staffs, we also want to thank you for your continued support and, everything that you do. And we just want to say thank you for joining in today. Thank you very much. We've come to the end of today's show. Ms. Chioma, do you have anything to say before, I call it good night?
Thank you so much. I just want to appreciate your time and audience tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for your time. For the sake of those current promo that was announced by the GMD, strictly for those who attended this webinar. So if you're interested, please send a DM to that number so that we can take in your number tonight, latest by tomorrow, and then we'll see it a do. Thank you for your time once again.
All right. Thank you very much. So at this point, we're going to be saying good night. Have a good night rest. And, we'd love to see you in the Palm Ridge tribe. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Good night.
How many persons will you have?